Breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news out of Raleigh this morning. This is a live look right now, Glenwood Avenue, where an investigation is underway after a woman was hit by a car early this morning. We'll tell you how police say this could affect your morning commute.
And as some of the kids are headed back to school this morning, we're still feeling comfortable, but that will not last. As a matter of fact, later on today, we're going to see that muggy meter jumping. I'll show you.
And today, thousands of students across North Carolina will return to class for the first day of school. The concern in Durham about bus delays on the first day. Any delays will not be weather related for sure, but that's a staffing thing. And of course, just trying to get back into the swing of things with back to school. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us on this early 4:30 hour. I'm Renee Chu.
I'm Jeff Hogan. Yeah, great to get things started on a Monday here. First day of school for so many kids out there. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center be pretty comfortable at the bus stop.
It feels great out there right now, but that is about to change. Even last week, we were talking about the fact that this week was going to be awfully hot. This is a live look at Lewisburg this morning. All quiet, feeling pleasant. Our temperature 63 and our dew point 59. But tomorrow morning, that will be a lot warmer, and we're going to start to climb into the 90s again this afternoon. 55 in Roxborough, 65 in Goldsboro, 61 Southern Pines, and 70 in Clinton. So we do have a wide range, and our temperatures as folks are headed out the door this morning. By lunchtime, temperatures will be in the mid 80s, and we see a high of 91 this afternoon. I'll show you when it gets really hot and our heat index climbs into the triple digits coming up.
Breaking news we're following out of Raleigh. A woman is seriously hurt after she was hit by a car on Glenwood Avenue. It happened before 2 this morning, right near Brownlee Drive. Nick Perlin is on that scene in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker right now. And Nick, Raleigh police say this investigation is going to affect people's morning commute.
And Jeff, I've seen just now some cars driving past me and needing to slow down because Raleigh police do have lanes blocked off as they investigate more of what led up to this crash. And I want to get behind the camera to show you what this looked like, or rather what this currently looks like. You can see a lot of flashing lights here. And as I zoom in, you're going to see this white car. And this car is the car that was involved in this crash. You can see here just really bad damage to the front part of it and the windshield. We do know Raleigh police are telling us that a woman was hit by this car early this morning and does have very serious injuries. So we're still working to get an update on how she's doing. We also know the driver did stay on scene to cooperate with police, but we're still trying to learn if there will be any charges. So a lot to keep you updated on this morning. As more information becomes available, I'll let you know. Reporting live in Raleigh, Nick Perlin, WRAL News.
And good morning, I'm Chris Lovingood here in the WRAL Live Center with a breaking update into the newsroom within the past 20-ish minutes. We have learned from the Nash County Sheriff's Office that 2 deputies shot a man as they were serving a warrant for that person, an arrest warrant specifically. This was because of some sort of domestic situation. And what you're seeing on your screen right now is the Facebook page for the Nash County Sheriff's Office. This happened on Regis Store Road. And what's unclear is, though, whether the suspect actually fired shots, though investigators say that man had a gun. That's why the deputies opened fire. The State Bureau of Investigation has since stepped in to handle this investigation. And we have WRAL's Kelsey Coffey. She is headed out to that scene right now because this post was made 2 hours ago, but it's quite possible the scene is still active. Stay with WRAL News as we try to get you more information on this.
It's a big day for schools across North Carolina. Today is the first day of class for thousands of students and teachers, including those in Durham, Johnston, and Cumberland counties. Families in Wake County are getting ready to go back to school tomorrow. WRAL is your back to school headquarters. Laura Levine is live in Durham at a new elementary school that will welcome students for the first time as other schools are welcoming back students. Good morning, Laura.
Hey, Renee, good morning. It is an exciting day here in Durham as about 500 students will walk through the doors here of Murray-Massingburg Elementary School for the first time later this morning. Superintendent Anthony Lewis asking parents for patience on this first day as they work through some of those first week kinks, that is. There is 7,000 bus stops in Durham. There are 7,000 bus stops in Durham. He confirmed they are fully staffed with bus drivers. However, to accomplish that, they've had to put substitute drivers on some permanent routes. This means delays are likely if someone calls out sick. Here's what else is new this school year. Free breakfast and lunch for all students at every DPS school. The introduction of global language and STEM education for elementary students. And Anthony Lewis says staff has been working around the clock during the summer to ensure a smooth transition back to the classroom.
What could we do better? And then, given our financial constraints, what should be our priorities going forward? I will say I won't wait until the 100 days are over to take action if I see that there's a barrier for our students or our staff.
And that is Superintendent Lewis discussing his 100-day action plan currently underway. We will hear more from him later this morning. He's going to be at the school here welcoming those students. Laura Levine, WRAL News, live in Durham.
It's also the first day of school for 37,000 Johnston County students. And starting this year, parents have a new way to keep up with their students. The district will use a student information system through the Infinite Campus app. Parents can monitor their students' grades, assignments, attendance, and more. 240 buses will be on the roads in Johnston County. You can track them all using the EduLog Parental Portal app. Wilson County schools start back today, including at the tornado-damaged Springfield Middle School. The August 8th tornado tore off part of the roof and knocked down the walls in the 6th and 7th grade hallways. The school plans to use mobile units for some classrooms. Others will be moved into the 8th grade wing.
Raleigh police are searching for the person who shot a man on Fayetteville Street early Sunday morning. Now, this is the second crime scene in that area in the past week and the second shooting in 3 weeks. Sunday's shooting sent a man to the hospital. He is expected to survive. Police have added more patrols and security in areas around Moore Square. The heart of downtown is home to events and restaurants, and the same place police have had to respond to violent crime.
They have so many events on this street, so it's kind of shocking. I would hope that it doesn't keep trending that way because it's such a, popular area.
Despite recent crime, Raleigh police recently reported violent crime in the downtown district is down so far this year compared to last. No arrests have been made in Sunday morning's shooting.
Former President Donald Trump is ramping up his schedule as the presidential debate against Vice President Kamala Harris is just weeks away. Today, Trump will address the National Guards Association conference in Detroit. And then Thursday, he'll be in Michigan to talk about the economy before joining a town hall meeting in Wisconsin. He will then travel to Pennsylvania for a rally and then to Washington, D.C. to speak at a summit held by the conservative group Moms for Liberty.
Meanwhile, Vice President Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, will kick off a bus tour through Georgia on Wednesday. This will be the first time the two have campaigned together in that state. Following the tour, Harris will headline a solo rally in Savannah.
Still no agreement about a ceasefire and hostage deal in Gaza. Hamas says its delegation has left Cairo. It is sticking to a ceasefire proposal from back in July and will not accept new conditions. Hamas says any agreement must include a permanent ceasefire, a complete Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip, and a serious exchange deal. A U.S. official says there will be more talks over the coming days.
4 people are facing charges related to drug trafficking in Vance County. The sheriff's office executed a search warrant for drugs at a home on Avery Lane in Henderson. They found heroin, more than 1 kilogram of cocaine, marijuana, guns, and more than $30,000. Investigators say several juveniles were also in the home at the time of the search. 4 adults were arrested.
A 2-story home in Sampson County is badly damaged after a fire. This was the scene when Roseboro firefighters arrived at West North Street around 2:30 Sunday morning. The Roseboro fire chief says the people who lived there were out of town when that fire broke out, so no one was hurt.
Troopers are investigating a crash that happened on US 64 between Knightdale and Wendell Sunday afternoon. Video from the WRAL breaking news tracker shows a badly damaged car with the trunk smashed in. We've reached out to troopers for more information about how the crash happened and the conditions of the people involved.
A new parking deck in Chapel Hill opens today, just in time for Tar Heel football. It'll be at 125 East Rosemary Street. The deck will add about 1,000 spaces to downtown. Construction will not be complete, so expect to see some of the areas still being finished.
A curfew is in place in one Massachusetts town because of a potentially deadly type of mosquito-borne illness, the rare virus, and how officials are trying to fight it.
Scary scenario here, getting trapped in an elevator. How several Los Angeles Chargers players were able to get out of that situation just hours before a game against the Dallas Cowboys.
And we'll give you a live look at Franklinton this morning. Potentially dangerous heat returns to the forecast this week. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner will tell us when we will see the heat index nearing 105.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
It's 4:43, 63 degrees in Wilson and Durham, 68 in Fayetteville. It still feels nice and comfortable out there this morning, but this is the last morning this week that it's going to feel comfortable. We're going to start to see temperatures climbing on into the 70s in the morning and well into the 90s during the afternoon, but not bad this morning. 59 in Lewisburg. Love seeing those 50s. It's definitely warmer in Fayetteville now, 68 degrees, 64 Irwin, 60 in South Hill, 69 in Goldsboro. So wide range in our temperatures. As the kids are getting on the bus this morning, temperatures will be in the 60s. But then very quickly warming up. If they're out on the playground around lunchtime, it'll be in the mid 80s, and coming home, temperatures in the low 90s. The heat index will be climbing through the week as well. I'll show you when it hits triple digits coming up.
As the weather changes, there's new concerns about mosquito-borne illnesses. One town in Massachusetts is recommending a curfew from 6 p.m. to sunrise when mosquitoes are most active. That's because an elderly man became the state's first case of Triple E since 2020. Triple E can cause severe neurological issues. Meanwhile, West Nile virus is now reported in 33 states, including North Carolina. Experts recommend wearing insect repellent, protective clothing, and to drain any standing water outdoors.
A French-Russian billionaire, often called the Mark Zuckerberg of Russia, is in custody in France. French authorities detained Pavel Durov after he arrived at an airport outside Paris Saturday. He's the co-founder of the popular messaging app Telegram. Police had a warrant for Durov's arrest. He's accused of allowing his app to be used for money laundering, drug trafficking, and sharing images of pedophilia. Telegram released a statement that says it abides by European Union laws and said it's absurd to claim a platform or its owner are responsible for abuse of that platform.
Hundreds of people took part in a mass and candlelight vigil in Sicily for the people who died after the super yacht they were on sank last week. Italian authorities have opened a manslaughter investigation into how the boat sank. Officials originally thought the boat capsized during a storm last Monday. Now they say it sank because of the behavior of the crew and the way the boat was handled. 7 people died, including British tech tycoon Mike Lynch and his daughter.
Tonight at 6, your student is unknowingly being exposed to toxic chemicals in school. This could be happening, and leading scientists estimate chemicals known as PCBs can be found in 1 out of every 3 schools in the U.S. PCBs are linked to cancer and cognitive issues, but unlike asbestos and lead, the state of North Carolina does not actively test for PCBs.
Why would you not preemptively protect people, children, teachers, staff, health?
Tonight at 6, only on WRAL, Keely Arthur will tell you how many older schools where these toxic chemicals are most likely to be found are in each district.
2 astronauts stranded on the International Space Station will stay there until February. NASA says there is too much uncertainty around bringing Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams home on the Boeing Starliner spacecraft. The 2 have been in space since June. The trip was only supposed to be 5 days. It has now turned into months. The crew is now scheduled to return home on board a SpaceX spacecraft in February. Coming up on Today, former NASA astronaut Mike Massimo will break down the plan to bring those astronauts home and the new mission SpaceX is gearing up for, including a first for private spaceflight. Today starts at 7 right here on WRAL.
Several players for the NFL's Los Angeles Chargers got stuck in an elevator in a Dallas hotel. It happened a day before the preseason game against the Dallas Cowboys. Officials say the elevator got stuck between floors and it trapped 15 people inside. Quarterback Justin Herbert was among them. No one was hurt. Firefighters helped each person crawl through a ceiling panel into an adjacent elevator. It didn't get the team down, though. The Chargers beat the Cowboys in that game, 26-19.
A groundbreaking is happening today for a new fire station in Rocky Mount. The new building is a replacement for this 46-year-old station on Grace Street. Construction is expected to be finished in about a year. The groundbreaking is happening this afternoon at 2. It is 4:47 on your back-to-school week, and wouldn't you know it, that's when the heat and humidity return. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Today won't be terrible, but we're cranking up the temperatures.
We are. We're going to see a high around 90 this afternoon, but it still feels pretty good this morning. Not bad at all. We're taking a live look at downtown Raleigh, North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. 63 degrees with a dew point of 59. As long as those dew points are in the 50s, it feels fairly comfortable. But these are going to be the last 50-degree dew points that we see, at least for probably a couple of weeks. This morning, again, pretty comfortable, mainly in the 60s. We are looking at 55 in Roxborough and upper 60s for Fayetteville and Clinton, 63 in Rocky Mount, 61 Southern Pines, 63 in Durham. So not too bad out there this morning. Skies are clear. It'll be a fairly quiet weather day. Everything's going to be all about the heat for the next couple of days. We do have the top of the tower lit in blue because of the clear skies that we're seeing. Look at this beautiful shot. Logan Whitehead sent this in from Scotland Neck, looking absolutely gorgeous there with these clouds. Looks like a thunderstorm that had rolled through a few days ago. Thanks for sending us that. Go to WRAL.com, search Weather Watchers, and send us your photos. What's going on in your backyard? You still have some flowers that you love? Send us that photo. We'd love to see them. 92 in Raleigh today, 92 in Durham, and 92 in Fayetteville. So you're going to notice the heat this afternoon for sure. Our normal high is 88, so now we're back up above normal. And the hottest days this week will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We'll be in the mid to upper 90s, and we'll take a look at the heat index to go along with that. The heat index really climbs, so we have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and so the muggy meter is a measure of moisture. So we're sitting at tolerable today. We move into the humid zone for tomorrow, and Thursday and Friday in particular, we get back up to tropical, and that's when we really start to see that heat index climbing. So it'll feel like 104 Wednesday and Thursday. We typically see the Weather Service issue a heat advisory once we get to 105, so we'll be very close to that Wednesday and Thursday. So back into that really intense heat. After having that nice break last week, it's kind of hard to get, kind of back into that mindset, but here we go. 68 is our normal low, and we'll be in the mid 70s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yeah, just turning hotter. Here's why. Our wind right now is coming out of the north, so we're still feeling fairly comfortable right now, but as we get through the day today, we start to see that changing. Our wind will start to shift to southwesterly, and as it does, you can watch the color contours change as well. Watch how they slowly change over to red, and so that is that's the heat and humidity coming our way. So first day of school today for a lot of kids. It's Wake County for tomorrow. We do see a drop in our temperature by the weekend, but also a bump up in our chance for thunderstorms, and it's the holiday weekend. We'll take a closer look at that forecast coming up.
Thanks, Elizabeth. A Major League Baseball umpire will have to sit out the next few games. An incident with a broken bat. We'll show you his condition this morning.
Plus, the summer snowfall in California. How long it's been since the last time this part of the Sierra Nevada mountains saw snow this early in the year. Well, we're getting ready for a high heat here in North Carolina. The Sierra Nevada mountains in California saw a rare August snow this past weekend. This was taken at Palisades Tahoe Ski Resort. A spokesperson with the resort says this is the first time since 2004 that they've seen snow in August, so in 20 years.
Early jump to ski season. Major League umpire will sit out his next assigned series after being hit in the neck with a shattered bat. This happened in the fifth inning of yesterday's game between the New York Yankees and Colorado Rockies. Yankees player Giancarlo Stanton's bat broke when he hit the ball, and the broken bat went straight toward umpire Nick Marley's head. Marley immediately went down, was helped into a stretcher there by the medics there on the back of that vehicle. After the game, Major League Baseball said Marley was diagnosed with a concussion.
Today in entertainment news, an Australian joins a Brit on stage in Eastern Europe, and American actors bond in Mexico. David Daniel goes international with today's Hollywood Minute.
He's been on stage playing with us for the whole time, playing in time. Will you make some noise for Chris Hemsworth? Thor brings a different kind of thunder. Chris Hemsworth played drums for 70,000 fans at Ed Sheeran's recent show in Bucharest, Romania. The actor learned the instrument as a brain-boosting challenge for his National Geographic series Limitless, returning for a second season on Disney Plus next year.
Okay, here we go. Jess, Frida, this is my childhood buddy, Cody. Hey, cheers, ladies.
Cheers. Cheers.
The ensemble cast of Blink Twice got to know each other well when writer-director Zoe Kravitz put everyone together filming in Mexico.
We all lived in this one location together, so I think that created a very close-knit relationship.
Yeah, we lived where we shot this film.
That could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way.
But it ended up becoming,
She did a good job assembling this group of miscreant rascals.
Yes.
And then we didn't even have to rehearse because we just were together all the time.
That's right. That's
right.
And naturally, the chemistry just came to life.
Tom.
Hi, how's it going?
Where's Lucas at?
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
There's a new round of free COVID tests coming soon. The Biden administration says the test will be available in late September. This all comes on the heels of a summer wave of COVID-19 cases. People will be able to order 4 COVID nasal swabs when the program reopens. The announcement comes as the government is once again urging people to get an updated COVID-19 booster. The tests can be ordered from the website covidtests.gov.
The Raleigh Food Truck Rodeo was back in downtown yesterday. There were more than 50 locally owned food trucks on Fayetteville Street. The next Food Truck Rodeo is happening September 21st. If you own a food truck and are looking to be a part of the event, you can register on Shop Local Raleigh's website.
A lot of families getting ready for the first day of school right now, and coming up at 5 o'clock, a reminder about the rules when you see school buses on the road.
And breaking news, here's a live look in Nash County where deputies shot a man early this morning. What authorities say happened while they were trying to serve an arrest warrant.
And flash flooding in Arizona is blamed on 1 death and over 100 rescues. How a North Carolina couple was able to reach higher ground with the help of other hikers.